If there was a superstar available, MVP caliber, top 10 guy, who's number one or top three?
Wow. Who would I want? Wow. I would love Devin Booker.
Mm.
Um, my first option used to be Joel Embiid, but he gets hurt too much. I would love Devin Booker. Uh, I think that's where we're very light at the shooting guard position. I think we need to get much stronger. My number one, it used to be Embiid. I'm gonna repeat again, but he can't stay healthy. Um, it would be Devin Booker. My number one. My number one as far as a superstar is Devin Booker. My number two, this is gonna shock y'all. Klay Thompson. That's my number two. I would want. The third, Paul George. Those are my three that I would go for if I was in the front office of the Knicks organization. Can I just break it down real quick? Why? Devin Booker is a superstar at that position. He's probably the best shooting guard in the NBA. He's definitely in top three. Two, I would take Klay Thompson because I think we would be able to get him. We wouldn't have to give up much. I think he could just sign because he'd be a free agent. And I think he still has a lot left in the bag. He's a big guard. He got a chip on his shoulder. He's a champion, and he knows about the bright spotlight. And he brings it every night. And then third, Paul George, because Paul George don't care about the limelight. And I think if Paul George is put in a place where he can win and get love, he's still a good two-way player. He's 6'8", 6'9". And him at the two, and let OG take on the defensive jobs for the best players on the other team. That'll just free up Paul George. Oh, man, we'd be crazy. So that's my reason for those three. And I think all three of those guys is not as high maintenance as a Giannis, as an Embiid. So for me, those are my three that I think is realistic.
I'm trying to look up what I want because I think Devin Booker I gotta agree with. I have to agree with because, and I hate his guts. He showed out last year in the playoffs, and I gave him his props. But I really hate his guts. I don't even want to root for him. I
Right.
hate his guts. I think he's a front runner. Every time, I guarantee you guys who are gambling with your parlays, do your in live betting. Every time he talks to anyone and talks smack to anyone and talks to them, pointed at it, as soon as he does that, they're up by 10, they're losing the lead. It's just guaranteed. He needs to stop talking. I would hate to root for him, but there's no way I'm watching DiVincenzo, Grimes when he was here, Fournier at times, Josh Hart. We're looking for basically these guys are putting on a Devin Booker impersonation. If we're being real, he's the guy that's missing the missing piece because he opens everything up. He hits he's a spot up shooter. He can hit wide open shots and he creates his own jump shot. And that flair, we are missing the antagonist. As much as I hate his guts, he might be the guy that I hate to watch. But I would rather have him on my team, and he goes crazy. So just personality wise, he's gonna be the annoying player that I'm gonna have to root for. But I cannot front on his skill set. That like I want to say Podemski, DiVincenzo. Come on, man. There's no disrespect to him, but you're a poor man's Devin Booker at this point. And there's nothing wrong with that. He's probably better defensively than Devin Booker. But if we don't have to give him up and he fills in for Devin Booker, that's what I'm talking about when you have when we were supposed to go after Daniel Gafford. You have somebody in line at all times that can do the similar things so that you never give the defense a break.
Let me just say this real quick before I forget. What our Knicks cannot do and continue to keep doing is camouflage great role plays and bench plays for starters. You're not going to get away. You're not going to get away with that but for so long. As much as I love, Grimes is gone, but DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, those guys are not starters. Those guys are the first guys coming off the bench. So we're not going to keep getting away with, like I said, I love Hartenstein, I love Mitchell Robinson. Seeing how the league is today, those guys are not starting centers on a championship contending team. Now, those guys can get starting minutes. They can play big minutes. They can come off the bench. But you cannot expect us to continue to keep winning with role players. eventually you're gonna have to get those guys. I'm sorry. We cannot keep getting away with B+ players, but they're playing A+ level, so we just gonna keep rolling them out there like that. Eventually, it's gonna work against us, as we starting to see when guys get hurt. So that's why I'm saying we need some bona fide dogs, some bona fide starters that understand what it is. And like I said, that's no knock on DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Deuce, and them guys, but those guys are great coming off the bench, and there's less pressure for them. We expecting them to do what a Devin Booker, a Donovan Mitchell, a Paul George does? No, that it's not fair. So eventually we're gonna have to understand we need a top of the line shooting guard. And if it's not top of the line, somebody right up under that. We need one of those. I'm sorry, especially if we don't have to give up much, or we get that person to sign with us and we ain't got to give up nothing. But even if we do give them something that's not much, but we need one of those guys. I'm sorry. We need that. We need that. Because a lot of teams, they have elite at 3-4 positions. Look at the Clippers. Elite at point guard, elite at shooting guard, elite at small forward. Elite. Lakers, elite at center, elite at small forward. Semi-elite with Austin Reeves because there's times where he can really go off. Look at Cleveland. Elite at shooting guard. Elite at that center position where they got them two dudes, man. So for me, Boston Celtics. So a lot of these teams, Milwaukee, Philly before Embiid went down. We got elite, but we don't have enough elite. No, we need elite like everybody else. No, we got to work too hard every game. You telling me in blackjack, for me to win every hand, I got to hit 21? I'm never going to win with 17, 18, 19, 20. In basketball, it's impossible for you to play 40+ minutes every game. You got to play your heart out. You got to hit every shot just to be in the game. No, we need somebody to take that weight off our shoulders. If Brunson can't be in every single game, everybody needs help. Scotty helped Mike. Magic helped Kareem, vice versa. Shaq and Kobe. LeBron D. Wade. Everybody need help. So, yeah, I think we elite at small forward, power forward. I think we elite at point guard. We need that elite shooting guard.
Good point. Because even at center with Mitchell Robinson and Hartenstein, it is elite rebounding. They're elite at what the tip system is. And then Brunson is doing like his Jalen Rose impersonation in terms of the system, and not in a bad way, in terms of like, come on, man, this guy's moves are amazing. He's super skilled. But the two guard, when you say elite, the I don't want people to think that we think Bob Myers is correct all of a sudden. Candace Parker is correct all of a sudden.
No.
Becky Hammond, hey girl, is correct all of a sudden. No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying that we can win our way, but obviously, if we have the 4 draft picks and we're able to extend our contention for the NBA championship, the same way the Celtics have been doing the last couple of years. Come on, You're doing that with an MVP, a top 5 MVP caliber guy, year in, year out. We need at least 2 or 3 sneaky guys like that.
Right.
To be able to contend every year, guaranteed.
That was a great point. See, you're not going to beat a team when you have 1 or 2 elite players and the other team got 4. So let's see. They don't make it fair when it comes to the Knicks and to Brunson. Of course, Brunson won't be able to beat the Boston Celtics if OG and Randall was not there. You get what I'm saying? And no. So, like I said, everybody needs their squad to be healthy and to be able to play at that level. And I'm just saying, I don't care who you are, how great you are. I don't care how great Magic Johnson is. If James Worthy and them guys is not elite, you're not winning. Come on. Look how great John Stockton is. No knock to Russell and all them guys. You're not elite. When remember, Brunson gonna hold his own. Okay, we play, let's say, Clippers in the finals. All right, Brunson, elite, goes against Harden, elite. Randall against Kawhi, elite. OG, whoever, elite. Now, if they throw Paul George at the 2, who's our elite going against Paul George? Come on, bro. When we talking real basketball, we got to be fair about this thing, Faye.
And it's, again, I don't want to make it seem like we're asking for that either. It's just the fact that we're in position for that. Like to me, we're contending for a championship, and we could add. You can't get in a better position than this. We could add to compete with the elite guys, because remember, in the future, like Flea likes to remind us, we're not going to be able to have super teams anymore. Yeah. This is, remember, Devin Booker might be considered the top 2 guard in the league, and you have to be careful with the contracts, because if you're not allowed to have a super team, then you're not allowed to have super contracts together. So I get all that, but the way that we're structured, we can trade. What are we trading for Devin Booker, if that's the case?
Right.
Because you have to give something up. Phoenix ain't just letting you take draft picks. Apparently, you have to give a player up. It sounds like the money has to match, and the all-star appearances have to match. I think it is, or whatever it is. So that has to be thought about as well. So the second guy on the list I was going to say was, it got to be Mikal Bridges.
Ooh.
Mikal Bridges is Devin Booker. Don't bring what he brings defensively. Offensively, there might be a gap between them, because Devin Booker goes harder than Mikal Bridges. He just does. But defensively, OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges, they are what everybody thinks is a sexy thing on offense. Whoever your sexy team is on offense, this is what we have on defense. And OG, clearly, how many seasons has OG been hurt?
Hold on, I gotta steal that. I'm a big Klay Thompson fan. I'm trading my second. I gotta roll with you, Mikal, because he could create his own shot. He could put the ball on the floor. Younger. Wow. Hold on. I'm putting Mikal Bridges as my number 1 option. I want him over Devin Booker. I'm sorry. He's going to be cheaper. He's playing alongside his guys. He plays better defense. And I think he has a higher upside. I think Devin Booker reached his ceiling. So I'm going to let you finish. I'm glad you said that. I'm switching minds. I want Mikal Bridges as my first option as far as coming to the Knicks. Then I will go Booker. Then I will go Paul George. I'm glad you said that. Now thinking about it, yeah. And I think Mikal Bridges fits that New York system, that New York mentality. He doesn't have an ego. He's not going to be a prima donna. He's not going to be upset if he don't get the ball. And then he's playing with his guys, so he's going to be comfortable. Yes, I'm going Mikal Bridges number 1.
Damn, I didn't write the selflessness. I don't know how to follow that up, AllBall, because he's a Villanova guy. He just fits the mold, it sounds like. And offensively, he does create his own shot. I think Booker I think he's superior to him in that. He's stronger than Mikal Bridges on the offensive end, creating his own shot. Mikal, I've seen him be the point of attack for the Phoenix Suns with DeAndre Ayton there, who's a bum. Let's get that clear. Okay, he's another CAA client. Bum. Mikal Bridges was the guy, the lead dog on the Phoenix team that went to the championship. Regardless of whoever was injured for every other team, Mikal Bridges led the defense. And he's an Iron Man. He plays every game.
Right.
He plays every game. OG Anunoby, we have to cover this. 74 games. His rookie season is the only season that he played over 70 games. Every other season, 67, 69, 43, 48, 67.
Yeah.
41 in total, it looks like. Oh, yeah, 41 in total so far this year. And now he's out again. So the last 4 seasons, he's been averaging. Wow, thanks for ruining that for me, guys. But somewhere around 50 games per season. So he's missing a lot of games. Now, a lot of that, I would think, we got to think smart. We have an opportunity to replace his point of attack and have Mikal Bridges there. Come on, man. All we want is the guy with OG Anunoby who could rotate and really attack defensively. That's terrifying for teams. Along with Hartenstein, Randall,
imagine Brunson,
Mitchell Robinson closing out every rebound.
Brunson at the 1, Mikal Bridges at the 2, OG at the 3, Randall at the 4, and who you can have either one at the 5, Mitchell or Hartenstein, starting. Then you got one of those come to the bench, and we still would have, let's just say, DiVincenzo, Precious, Bogdanovich, Burks. You get what I'm saying? Come on now. That's what I'm saying. I've said this many times, and I'm going to keep repeating it. We have to be patient. Golden State Warriors was patient. You have to be, listen, we cannot jump out the window. We cannot panic because we lost 5 out of the last 6. We are not healthy. It looks like we have guys that want to be here. Let's stay patient and let's get healthy. Now, if we're fully healthy and we can't get it done, then okay, we got some things to panic about. But we got to stay healthy. Got to stay healthy. That's it. Everything else doesn't matter. Got to stay healthy.